Hello everyone, this is Isaac C. Jones again, the Sacred Composer. I want to share with you, some of you might have seen the videos where I covered the basic triads. Now within the other notes, triads, I want to cover those that are not the regular triads, but they consist of three notes, but a little bit different than your traditional four: major, minor, diminished, and augmented. First, I will talk about the sus4, and this is basically taking from the major triad, which is so in C would be C, E, G, but instead of playing the E, you're going to play the F. So that would be a sus4. And sus, which is short for a suspension, which meaning that is a note that is preparing you and you're hearing that for a note that's coming afterwards in the chord. So usually a suspended note usually is a note that's a carryover from a previous chord, or it may not be, but it is preparing you for that note within that chord that's about to come. And so you have that F, and then your musical ear wants to hear the resolution of that going to the E. But just playing that chord of its own, that would be C, F, G. And I could do that with any, you take any note. For example, let's even go on, use the black keys. If I play the C sharp or D flat, and I just play the fourth, which would be the F sharp or G flat, and then the G sharp or A flat, and it's the same principle. And the resolution would go to the E. You don't necessarily have to resolve it to that, but in traditional, let's say classical music theory, you would want to resolve it to the E. Of course, in modern music today, that doesn't necessarily always happen, but it's up to you, the composer or the improviser, however you want to deal with that particular tone. But let's go back to C. And so that would be called a sus4 chord with that resolution. Another one, which would be a sus2, same principle of the major. You have C, E, G. When playing this, instead of playing the E, you play the second degree of the scale, which in this case would be D. And you have the resolution either going to the third or going to the tonic of the scale. And one of the things that, just as some of you might have seen the video where I talked about the diminished chord, that it gives a certain amount of tension that leads to another chord. Just a temporary tension, whatever. With a sus, it's not as dissonant as a diminished chord, use of a diminished chord, but it gives a certain little bit of tension there. This is more a more melodious type of tension that's there, just as we discussed with the sus4. Now this is a sus2, and I could do that even with let's go to just for D major. It's the same principle. So that would be and in this case, if I want to go to the major chord, I'll go from the E, play the D, E, and the A, and I go to the F sharp if I want to resolve it like that. And back to C. So there's a certain amount of tension with those particular chords. So today we went over the sus4 with resolution, if you decide, to the third, or the sus2 chord going up to the E. but those chords are used so much in music, and especially modern music today, and you'll find that all over the place. Okay, I hope that helps you in your musical studies.